So now, the capacitor is a little more than like 2 volts there because the LED is preventing it from discharging anymore. For this particular circuit though, we instantly charge the capacitor at 12 volts, that's 2 volts per division right there, and it's also powering the LED, the power sources. Right now the capacitor is powering the LED, and you can see the voltage change of the capacitor. That is the RC time constant. I'm going to try to get it so it stops right at one of the lines there, one of the divisions. So I have the value set up so the time constant's about a second right there. That's what it takes for the voltage to drop about 2/3 of the way from the starting voltage to the final, and so on each time, about 2/3. After 5 of them, you consider that fully discharged in this case. That's how the time constant works. But again, it's based on the value of the capacitor and the resistor there. That's 1/1000th of a farad, 1000 microfarad, times 1000 ohms. That gives you a second. So that's 1 second per time constant. So now, a lot of circuits depend on an RC time constant curve. So we got the capacitor fully charged. Now the capacitor is powering the LED as it discharges right there. But thanks to the 1000 ohm, 1/1000th of a farad capacitor, it takes about a second to drop about 2/3 of the voltage difference, and then 2/3 continuing on right there. So that's with the 1000 microfarad capacitor. If we want to go 10 times as fast, again, this is just a demonstration circuit. You don't usually power LEDs like this, although you can. We have a 100 microfarad capacitor. So 1/10 the capacitance, you're going to see it drops about 10 times faster right there. So about half a second instead of about 5 seconds. But that's the basic circuit there. Charge the capacitor instantly, and when light the LED, open the switch, the capacitor discharges. Based on their values, it'll determine how quickly it discharges. So now, we come back to this demonstration circuit right there. 12 volts is powering the LED, and it charged the capacitor basically instantly right there. Now the capacitor is powering the LED. It takes about a second for the voltage to drop about 2/3 of the way, and so on. But we get to our final voltage, which is basically determined by the LED, because it has a forward voltage of about 3 volts, but current does trickle through at slightly lower voltages. So it looks like we get maybe down to like 2 volts at the very minimum. So now I'm going to replace that with the red LED. There's still a slight amount of charge, and you saw the voltage was lower. But there we go. It's going to drop down. That's because the red LED, it's lower than it was with the blue right there. Doesn't have as high of a forward voltage right there. So that's something to keep in mind with this particular circuit. Even though the capacitor is discharging through the resistor, once the voltage gets low enough, almost no current is flowing, and that's not going to get any lower. So it's going to discharge down to about the forward voltage of the LED.